Welcome to Tristyn's Easy Bake Show. Today I will be showing you how to make a miniature pizza about this size right here in the Easy Bake Oven. The first thing that you have to do is you have to have all your supplies. What you're going to need is some pizza sauce, any will do, whichever pizza sauce you like. You will need some shredded cheese. I prefer Mexican. But yeah. You'll need some olive oil spray. You'll need some flour, and then you're going to need some side flour, so that way when you do your dough on your mat here, it doesn't stick. And then you're going to need your salt here. Any salt will do. And then what you need is just like not even a cup, maybe a few tablespoons of milk. And then you will need to have some butter, which would be 1 teaspoon of butter. And here's our butter here. We put it on the Easy Bake Oven on the little red one so it melts like that. Then we're going to bring it over here. Oh. But before we did that, first we have to plug this in, and we're going to need to preheat it for at least 15 minutes. So that way when you stick your pizza in here, it won't take forever to cook. Okay, so we have our butter. Now what we need is our milk. We're gonna do 2 teaspoons of our milk here. Here's 1, 2. There's our 2 teaspoons of milk. And then we are gonna take our flour in a bottle, and we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of our flour. Oh, here's 1. There was 1. And then here's 2. And then we're gonna take our little grind of salt here. We're just gonna do a little grind about that. Okay. And then we're going to take our blade-like piece of our little spatula-like thing, and we're going to stir this. The thing about this is that you don't want it to be sticky. You want it to be able to move around freely and be in a ball-like thing. So we're going to mix ours here. Only if needed. If you don't have enough flour, you might need to add more, or if you don't have enough milk. So, right here it looks like a bunch of little nasty baby food. So we need to add just a little bit more flour. We're going to fill our whole teaspoon here, or tablespoon. Not saying that we'll need it all, so I'm just going to take the top here and go ahead and scrape that in, and then put about half of this piece in, so like so. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and start mixing it again. Okay. So now that that's done, it should look like so, or however it turns out on yours. We're going to take our miniature pan here, and now we are going to take our olive oil spray from here, and we're just gonna carefully spray it in like so, and just kind of like move it around here. Get it. Make sure it's on the edge, or else your pizza won't come out. Okay. Now that that's done, you take our little piece of dough here, move all of this to the side. Okay. Now what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna take our side flour here, and we're just gonna sprinkle it just sort of in the middle here. And we're gonna take our dough ball and just kind of like smush it down so that way it sticks to the top of your hand. Do like that, and then you take your rolling pin or
chopstick,
whatever, yeah, chopsticks. You just take that and you kind of like push it down and smoothen it out a bit, so that way it's easier to stick in your pan and cover your pan up. You just kind of like do so, and like that. It should turn out somewhat like a circle. And then you're going to take your pan here, and then you're just going to stick it in like that, and then just kind of smush it around so that way it takes the whole thing of the... You're just going to push it around so that way it takes up the whole pan here.
Push it up on the edges.
And now what you're going to do is you're going to take it and you're going to push it up on the edges a bit, so that way when it's being cooked it doesn't burn the edges a bit. Yeah. And then you might have gaps like that. You're just going to take from the middle and the side here and just cover them up a bit. I'm going to have my assistant here do that. Here's my assistant, Kelly. And while she's doing that, I'm going to check and see if this Easy Bake Oven here is all hot and everything. You just got to feel the side here. If it feels a bit warm, then it's pretty much ready. All done. So, as you can see, my assistant here did it perfectly. And you just have to have it on the sides like that, smush them up a bit. But you shouldn't have really any gaps in here. So, now you take our pizza sauce here and just put in a little bit. You don't want to put too much or it'll overflow. So, at least right there. And now you're just going to take it and rub it around, get it on the sides and in the middle. So, in the end it should look like this. And then you're going to take our cheese here. And you're just going to take a pinch or two and spread it on here. I'm just going to spread them around so that way it melts all evenly. So it should look like that. And now we're going to bring it over here to our Easy Bake. We don't want to push it in with our hand or we'll get burned. So push it in about there, then you use this part of your knife thing and push it in all the way till you can't push it in no more. And you just let it sit there 10 to 20 minutes, but if you're not sure, just keep an eye on it like a regular pizza in the oven. Make sure the cheese is all melted. And that's all for now. Have a nice day.